Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm using Infusible ink markers on a koozie that I bought off of Amazon. I thought it would be fun to try Infusible ink on something different. I was really impressed how this worked so well on the koozies. Let me know if you want me to try out Infusible ink on any other products and I'd be glad to do a tutorial. Subscribe if you're new to my channel and don't forget to check out my Patreon account, which is linked in the description box below. First thing I'm going to do is click on upload. I'm going to grab my SVG, so I'll just go to upload images and I'll select my SVG. This SVG is available for patrons. I'm just going to insert this into Cricut Design Space. Next, I'm going to make this just a little smaller. I want to move each word a little bit closer. I feel like it'll fit a little bit nicer on my koozie that way. So what I want to do is ungroup these. So I'll select ungroup over in the layers panel. Next, it looks like it has each letter ungrouped. So what I want to do to make this a little bit easier is I am going to group each word together. So I like to just highlight over the word, then I'll select group. Then I'll do that for each word. Repeat is already grouped together. The football has two different parts, as you can see in the layers panel. Two different parts here, so I will select that and group that together. The next thing I want to do is just move the words a little bit closer. I have those closer together. Now I want to select over everything so it's all highlighted, and I want to click on Align Center Horizontally. Since we moved it, it kind of shifted it a little bit, so this makes sure that it's all centered. Next, what I want to do is change this to Draw. Right now we have it selected on Cut, but we want to draw with Infusible ink. So I'm going to highlight over everything again, then I'll come up here and select Draw. The football, I want to do the brown color, so I'm going to select it, come over to my colors, and I'm going to scroll down and look for Infusible ink, and tawny is the color that I'm using, so I'll select that. Then I'm just going to highlight over all of these, and I am going to do cardinal red. Okay, here's the cardinal red. It's really nice because it says Infusible ink in parentheses. Once the Cricut draws it out, we'll have to color it in. But now what I want to do is select a shape. I'll select a square. I'm going to size this square for the size of the koozie. So what I want to do is unlock it, and it's 3.5 inches for the width and 4 inches for the height. I'm also going to change this to white just to visualize it a little bit better. Next, what I want to do is select over all of these and group them together. Grouping it together will make it easy to resize all of this over the rectangle. So I want to make this a little smaller and bring it over the rectangle. Now what I want to do is select over all of this, hit Align Center. Now that's all centered. How I want this to work is I am going to put copy paper on my mat, and the Cricut will color in with the Infusible ink pens this Eat, Sleep, Football, Repeat in the football. So we want to attach all of this together. So I'll highlight everything, then I'll click Attach. With this attached, it will show up like this on the mat. We also have the rectangle set as cut, so it'll cut out the rectangle and it will draw the rest of the design. So now we can click on Make It. You want to mirror your design when you're working with Infusible ink. I'll hit Continue. I'm going to select Laser Copy Paper. I had it set as my favorites. You can see here it says to load the cardinal red pen first. Down here it says Additional Tools, and it shows the other pen. So I'll show you on my machine how I make this. I'm using my blue light grip mat. I placed my laser copy paper on the mat. I bought this off of Amazon, and I'll link this down below. First, I place the cardinal red Infusible ink marker into the clamp A slot. To insert the pen, lift up on the clamp and press the pen down until you hear a click. I load the mat into the machine and the Cricut will draw it out for me. First pen is done drawing, it will prompt me to change my tool to the brown pen. I remove the cardinal red marker and replace it with the tawny Infusible ink marker. The Cricut will draw the football first, then cut the rectangle out. Remove the paper by bending the mat backwards. Next, I color in the design with the markers. For this project, since the words are thinner, I wish I would have used Infusible ink pens instead of the markers, but they still ended up working. I set my EasyPress to 385 degrees at 40 seconds. This temperature worked really well. Here's the Koozie I'm using. I bought this off of Amazon. It was a 12 pack for $8. You can also buy these in a 25 pack and a 50 pack. I'll link this in the description box down below. I placed my Koozie on the EasyPress mat, then I took a lint roller and ran it over the Koozie to remove any fibers that could interfere with the Infusible ink. After that, I placed butcher paper over the Koozie and preheated it with my EasyPress for around 15 seconds while it was still heating up. I placed my white cardstock under the Koozie, then I placed the Infusible ink paper face down on the Koozie. I'm using my heat-resistant tape to secure it in place. After that, it's time to use the EasyPress. I set my butcher paper on top, then set my EasyPress over it. I pressed the Cricut Go button and let it count down. I let the Koozie cool down before I remove the paper. Removing the Infusible ink sheet is always my favorite part. I'm really happy with how well this Infusible ink worked on the Koozie. Let me know if you want me to try Infusible ink on any other non-Cricut products. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. Hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my videos. And don't forget to check out my Patreon account, which will be linked below. Have a great day.